So yesterday afternoon, Micah Parsons was traded to the Green Bay Packers by the Dallas Cowboys. This is something that, look, we've been anticipating, but, it was really 50-50. Is he going to sign a new contract? Is he just playing hardball with Jerry? Or does he actually really want to go? And the events leading up to this really were thinking, okay, we were thinking maybe he'll stay, maybe he won't. But the fact that he actually was traded, this makes it one of the biggest NFL trades ever. And let's just dive right into it. So the actual trade compensation itself, Micah Parsons has been traded for 2 first-round picks and Kenny Clark, a defensive tackle for Green Bay. So this is kind of what I expected for Micah Parsons. I thought just a couple more picks, nothing crazy, but maybe a 3rd or 4th thrown in there as well. And what a lot of people were basing this trade off of was Khalil Mack. And Khalil Mack was also traded for 2 first-round picks when he went to Chicago when he was leaving Oakland. So this is pretty much what I think the NFL market was basing this type of value off, and it makes sense. But the fact that, I won't lie, that Dallas did get a run defender as well. I think that's at least a positive for them. You're also getting a player back. It's not like you're just, giving up or getting picks back and then getting rid of Parsons for no compensation specifically on the field. So I do think that's a positive for Dallas, but obviously losing Micah Parsons is still going to suck. He is young. He's not technically even in his prime yet. And this guy's going to be rushing the passer for years to come, and he's not going to be on your team anymore, and you have to deal with that. So the contract that Green Bay has now given Parsons and has been agreed to was 4 years for $188 million, $120 million guaranteed. Again, that's a hefty price to pay, but as I said in the segment just previous, he is an elite pass rusher. He is an elite pass rusher who will change the game, who can take the game over, and he's not even in his prime yet. These are deals that have to be done. Someone's going to pay him that type of money. I guess Jerry just didn't want to. So, again, credit to Green Bay. This is such a non-Green Bay Packer move. We don't see Green Bay make moves like this. But you do get these moves every decade, I would say, with Green Bay. Back in the 90s, you pair Reggie White up with Favre. They get a Super Bowl. In the 2010s, late 2000s, you pair Charles Woodson up with Aaron Rodgers, Super Bowl. Now you're pairing up Micah Parsons with Jordan Love. I don't know if that's a Super Bowl, but the Packers are already a great team, and they were missing the pass rusher. That was really all that they were missing. The Packers were a top 10 defense last year, and all people were saying was that this is a great team, this is a great unit, but they don't have an elite pass rusher. That can't be said anymore. They have now filled that gap. Yes, they do take a slight hit in the run game now because, again, you're losing Kenny Clark, who is good at defending the run. But I think the upside of having Micah Parsons on your defense, a guy, again, as I've said numerous times now through this video, is an elite pass rusher for years to come that can rush the passer and get to the quarterback and disrupt the entire game plan, while also having him surrounded by all that talent already on the Green Bay defense. I think the upside with that is worth it to take a small hit in the run game. Again, we'll see how this plays out, but I just really do like the move for Green Bay. When I look at the NFC now, I think a minimum, at least in the number one tier of elite talent in this conference has got to be Philly. And I'm not even just saying that because I'm an Eagles fan. It's just the truth. I'm going to still put Detroit up there. I know people are down on them because they lost their coordinators, but they still have a really good team culture, and they have a lot of good players. So I'm not going to be down on Detroit yet. And then I think you have to elevate Green Bay into this class now because, again, I don't know how many times I need to say it. When you get this good of a player and put him with that type of unit, it's a type of move that elevates you to a potential Super Bowl contender. So I think right now, heading into the season, we are now 6 days away of this recording. I think those are the 3 teams that are the class of the NFC. I'm happy that I can finally root for Micah Parsons. Again, as an Eagles fan, I have not been able to root for him, though there were always rumors that maybe he would come to Philly. We knew that wasn't going to happen, but it was a dream. Also, I'm a Penn State fan, so for me, I've really been saved the last couple years. Saquon Barkley to the Eagles last year. Oh, he leaves the Giants. Jahan Dotson, he leaves the Commanders, comes to Philly. I would have loved to see Parsons in Philly, but we all know it wasn't going to happen. But he's not in Dallas anymore. I can finally root for him. as a player because he was one of my favorite guys at Penn State. I just haven't been able to root for him the last couple of years because he was a Dallas Cowboy. All we need to do now is get Abdul Carter freed from New York, and then I can root for him, and I can root for my guys at Penn State. So that's just a side tangent thing, but I'm just excited that I can actually be excited when Micah Parsons makes a play now. So very much looking forward to that this season and the future as well. So now let's focus on what this means for Dallas. As, again, I have mentioned numerous times in this video, Dallas will be getting better in the run game, at least defending the run game. And Jerry Jones flat out said it in his interview. You know, he loves his interviews, that they wanted to get better in the run. So I think that's something that they were trying to focus on, and that's why they got Kenny Clark. Again, they will be better now at defending the run, which is an important thing. I'm not going to I don't know what the freaking word is, but I'm not going to downplay how important defending the run is in the NFL, especially now in the modern NFL where teams are kind of getting back to running the ball a little bit more, especially in the NFC. I mean, you're going to have to deal with Philadelphia's run game, Green Bay's, 49ers, Detroit. Like, there's a lot of elite rushing teams in the NFC, so Dallas is going to have to deal with that. And I do think that's smart, but still, it's just going to be... It's just going to be tough for them to move on from this one, I think. I think they'll be fine. I think they will. But, again, you're losing such an elite pass rusher. Your pass rusher is going to take a hit back, or is going to take a step back. Yes, the run defense will get better. Also, I don't know how to feel about these first-round picks. Yes, first-round picks, fantastic. Great stuff. Never going to hate on a team getting multiple first-round picks. But let's be honest here. Unless Jordan Love or someone has a severe major injury, I don't see these first-round picks being very high first-round picks. If anything, I see them being late 20s picks. They're already kind of late 20s picks for the Packers. So these aren't going to be, pick number 15, pick number 10, pick number 5. No, these are going to probably, if everyone stays healthy, which that's a huge if, but I still expect the Packers to compete. These are minimum going to be late 20s picks. So, yes, they are still super valuable. I'm not saying they aren't because there's a ton of talent still at that point of the draft. But let's not act like the Cowboys are getting a top 5 pick here. They're getting late 20s picks. So that's where I have to step back a little bit and be like, okay, these are still valuable assets, but they're not the elite tier of a first round pick. And when I look at Dak and CeeDee's contract, it looks a little worse now. CeeDee is not as much. But I heard someone say this, and I apologize that I don't remember who it was, because credit to them, they made a great point. Or actually, I think it was Cousin Sal from The Ringer with on Bill Simmons' podcast. He said it on his Instagram yesterday. So Jerry Jones didn't want to pay Micah Parsons elite level money, even though he's the best at his position. But he wants to pay Dak Prescott, a guy that is nowhere close to his the best player at his position, $60 million this year. And even CeeDee Lamb, let's be honest, he's a fantastic player, but he's not the best receiver in the NFL. He's not. Is he up there? 100%. But is he the best? No, he's not. Again, I'm not really hating on the CeeDee contract that much. He was going to get a bag. But Dak Prescott now making $60 million, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't look very good. So, that's what you got to deal with when you don't want to sign people quick. You don't want to sign them when they want to get signed early. You want to draw this stuff out. This is what you deal with. These are the situations you put yourself in as an owner. So, hey, you did this to yourself. And I talked about this in my Micah Parsons video a couple weeks ago. Micah Parsons wanted to get the deal done early. He wanted to get the deal done early, and Jerry Jones didn't want to get it done. He wanted to draw it out. Does that make any sense? If anyone defends that logic right there, I'm sorry, your IQ is not very high. I don't understand that. When you look at Philadelphia, we get deals done quick. That allows us to be more flexible with our cap. You can back end some of the contracts. It just makes things easier. Why would you not want to sign a young, elite, arguably best player at his position talent early? You get all this stuff out the way. You also don't have to have him consistently get his value higher. The longer you wait, the more you're going to have to pay. I don't understand it, but hey, as an Eagles fan, Thank God Jerry Jones is making the decisions. I will always, always be grateful for that. And my last thing with the Cowboys, are the Cowboys retooling? I'm not going to say they're rebuilding because I just don't think they're at that point. But what are we making of this team now? They take a hit now in defense. Offensively, don't really know what to expect. I mean, I do like the Pickens move. I like at least the running back that they got, Blue. But I don't know what to make of this coach. I don't know what to make of him. Can Dak stay healthy this year? I don't know. And like, what's going on in the locker room? CeeDee Lamb was public about him wanting Micah Parsons to stay. Trayvon Diggs, he wanted Micah Parsons to stay. I know another corner spoke about it as well. Like, what are the vibes right now with Dallas? I think Dallas will be okay. I think they'll be an average team. I just think there's so much going on in the NFC now, and it's not a guaranteed spot to get that second best record in the NFC East now because the Commanders exist with Jaden Daniels. So we'll see what Dallas does this year. Maybe they squeak into the playoffs, but I'm really not that high on them this year, and it just makes me question now, like, why are you paying, again, Dak Prescott $60 freaking million a year when you guys aren't even really competing? Maybe Dallas thinks that they are competing, but that's just how I look at it. That's all I had in this video. Wow, I can't believe this. I had some other videos I was going to try to make, and then I get off work, turn my phone off D&D, and all I see is Micah Parsons traded for 2 first-round picks to the Green Bay Packers. I was like, okay, so we're going to have to pivot. We're going to have to pivot. But it's great content, great stuff to talk about. The NFC, it continues to get better. The Packers, fantastic move. We'll see what these first-round picks, we'll see what they result to for Dallas. Potentially can be a great move for them, but there's also a lot of potential downsides. So just happy, though, that I can root for Micah Parsons. Don't have to deal with him in 6 days with the Eagles and the Cowboys. And, yeah, we'll see how this one goes, but should be very, very interesting to watch. If you like this video, feel free to give it a like. Let me know your thoughts down below on the trade. If you like my type of content, feel free to subscribe and check out my TikTok in the description down below. Peace, guys.